Suspect associated to street racing was just reported heading westbound through the Valley Interchange. Units to clear status.
We know the future doesn't necessarily proceed along a single course. There ought to be a future we can choose. It's up to us to find it.
Yeah, you only say this.
Yes.
Boswank sent me something, which I think if I know what that is, we cannot really play it, but it's very nice of you, Boswank, that you sent it. I have it.
Stars
well.
Go Blue or whatever the fuck it was called, I think.
And the second message that he added in private sent me a picture of a corpse and added Sligo needs food. He and his fine ways of telling that you are not fat. You are quite the opposite. And if I would be the offended girlfriend who is getting offended by everything right now, then I would ask back like,
So I'm fat?
so I'm fat? Yeah, exactly. But since I'm not like that, and I know I don't need more food for today because I'm over 2,000 calories anyway, I'm not going to be offended. I'm telling you, it's fine.
Was the steak nice?
Oh yeah, it was very nice. He has a tendency to make steaks sometimes every now and then, and I think this is a very good habit. And the thing is that he makes them, but he only eats like fraction of them, and then I will be the one who needs to clean up.
I usually eat a whole steak. It was just last time. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but
I
it's
could just eat half of it and then I was full. The
Yeah,
potatoes were too good, so I ate too much of them
uh-huh.
instead of the steak, I think.
No, both of them were too good, and in fact, you did like 3 pieces of meat. But
Yeah, that's what you get from that big chunk of entrecote.
yeah, but here is the thing with you. Like next day when I ask, like, do you still want one? You always answer no because
Not
you
always.
well-
Most of the time.
90% of the time
Yeah.
he is not eating second day food. So someone needs to eat that, right?
Yeah.
And who found me at my right time with that? That's perfect. So thank you very much. For
You're
the
welcome.
dinners, for the lunches, for everything during the previous 3 days, because basically that was it. So
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they were nice steaks.
yes, indeed,
Hmm.
they were.
Indeed.
I just realized we have some requests there, and I also
That
realized
is nice. If you want to make requests, by the way, go to slate.radio/request or use the exclamation mark request and then whatever you want on IRC or Twitch or Discord.
almost whatever you want. Unfortunately, we still cannot play commercial tracks. Sorry about that.
Obviously, sorry.
Yeah.
I should have added that, yes, for any newcomers out there. Commodore 64 related, or scene related rather, is what we play here.
Yeah, since now Commodore is
Combination.
officially 40 years old, so it filled its birthday.
It filled its birthday.
It,
What did it fill it with?
well,
Happiness.
alcohol, obviously, happiness and alcohol and everything else and parties. That's how it works. That's how it is. I mean, how do you say when someone reaches
It had its birthday.
had its birthday?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Or
officially
It's having.
it has
'Cause
happened.
Yeah, no, officially it's like all of August is Commodore 64's birthday month, essentially.
Yep.
So, happy birthday, happy birth month, I guess.
Happy birth month. Okay, so Boswang said, let me think. Not hot mama's porn. What happened? Jesus Christ, I cannot believe it. How about Ryan Rubicon, Gianluca Varenja? Varenja. It's not Varenja. Varenja.
Varengia.
Varenja.
When we
Summertime
go
guitar sex.
Rubicon, when
He
we
added that.
go Rubicon.
Yes.
Oh, not that one. It's another
Yeah,
one.
but we go Rubicon anyway. Even without you, we go Rubicon. So,
Rubicon is everywhere, and you shall cross it.
yep. Gianluca Varenja and Rubicon Remix 64 version 2. Yeah. And one important
Really
thing
fun.
is definitely fun. Oh, so far I have more than half hour, and demo sceners will probably love this. Just saying. But also people who like Amiga remixes. Just
And
saying.
also people who like C64 remix.
Yes, they will like it too, I think. That's just
So,
hint,
all
hint.
the people.
All the people in the world. No.
All the people.
Yeah, so yeah, it's fun. One thing I learned in Sweden, and I really learned it in Sweden, and I'm not kidding, that when you need to perform or do a huge task that you really need to finish, then you need those Pika times, or at least that other activity that you are involved with. Like, you need to switch yourself off, otherwise you won't get like half as good results.
Break the routine.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's a very Swedish thing to take those breaks seriously, because I think that in other cultures that is not that important so far as I experienced. And I admire this, and I think that this is the best thing ever, because I feel on myself that I'm so much more effective when I take those breaks. And after that, I can go full on with focus into the activity again. And I did not know that before, because I was rather stressed that, no, I cannot take a break because it needs to be done. So, oh my God, it's like I still need to spend like 3 hours with that. And I'm totally drained already, which makes it impossible to finish it like in the next 3 hours. So rather just sleep 1 hour and then you will be way more effective or whatnot. But it's really a tricky thing. So
It is.
yeah, learned it in Sweden.
Yes.
One of the many things,
One of the many.
definitely. And Max Levine requested Dr. Blitzen and War Cars construction kit, bootleg DJ Blitz mix. And War Cars, I almost read as Star Wars for some reason. Yeah, never mind. But this sounds great.
War Stars.
War Stars. War Stars, War Cars. So, Dr. Blitzen and War Cars construction kit.
Check 1, check 2. Sound of Dr. Blitzer. So get on your dancing shoes, 'cause here we go. Big shout to Akio.
5. That's how hard.
Star Wars, Star Cars, War Cars construction kit by Dr. Blitzen. And I'd say that this is a very Max Levine-ish request.
Very much, yes.
So thank you, Max,
And
for...
apparently hadn't even heard of it until today. So, good find, I guess. it kind of sounds like something Max Levine himself could do. Not just that is his type of music. It sounds like he could have done it himself.
Definitely, maybe he has another handle. But he doesn't want to tell us because he has a tendency to do that too.
Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
I think Dr. Blitzen was German. I can't remember now. I'm trying to look it up. No, British, most likely. Yes.
Yep.
British.
We elaborated on taking breaks, actually. And yeah, it's always a good question if you need to take a break like after 50 minutes or so, because I said that there are problems where it doesn't feel natural to me to stand up in the middle of that 50 minutes, but that's just me. And of course, especially with programming, like if you do programming, which I don't, by the way, but I resolve like CSS, HTML problems, which also needs a bit of focus. That is hard to do without that focus. So, but there are parts of the job where you are able to perform a little thing and then another little thing, and it's like your brain can switch, and that's not a problem. So
Yeah, and that 40-minute limit, especially when you're doing something more complex and need to keep a lot of things in your head at the same time, it's hard to take a break and think of something else, because then you start to lose the thread that connects all of the things that you're working on that need to be connected.
yeah,
So, yeah, it's difficult.
is it now?
It's difficult.
Yeah, and Max Levine added to the previous track, yes, I didn't have to do that one. I'm grateful.
That's one way of looking at it, I guess.
Yeah, certainly. I did not expect that coming, but yeah. Great request and a great thing to learn for us. He was especially delighted when he heard Slay Radio. Is that so?
Yeah, I didn't actually know it was in there even. So that was
Yeah,
a
exactly.
bit of a
That's why you
surprise.
were delighted. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was released in 2012, so fun.
You don't even know when you are getting greeted by other remixers. One remixer went to cry right now because of that.
I don't know when he last did anything, so I don't even know if he listens anymore.
He might always return.
He might.
There are people who tend to quit for a while and then just return. And
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Ryan would do that at some point. Decide that, yeah, I want to do one of them Sunday services. It's been yonks, so let's try that again.
yeah, you never know. Or maybe the ideas are.
Yeah, maybe, but that's a bit more involved.
Involved.
Yes,
What do you mean by involved?
complex.
It is complex.
More things to consider. That's more involved.
Well, that needs 4 people. Yes, for
and
starters.
travel organizing and all of that, and schedule clashing and that sort of thing.
Schedule clashing. Yeah, that's always the biggest challenge to resolve.
Yeah, especially with Ryan, who's always he spends most of his time in France nowadays.
Maybe the next ADSR show needs to happen in France.
Maybe. It's not the same though. He doesn't have a studio there.
Ah, right.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe he has a studio there, but he's renting or something. If he is spending so much time in France, then I'm pretty sure that he has some sort of recording place there where,
Yeah, he can record at home
yeah.
in his flat. He doesn't need a
So-
studio for that. And I don't think he kind of regularly rents a studio. He might do if he's actually recording a specific album or something, but he doesn't have free access to a studio continuously, which is why he does his what does he call them? I can't remember now, but his piano man things he does. Essentially a Sunday service, but with his own songs now. So from his flat in Hawaii.
But in this case, the DSR could be in his flat. We decide everything and we will let him know.
Yeah, exactly. Oi, Ryan, could you book this day? We're coming over. Cancel everything you have. Vanessa Purdy or whatever her name is. It doesn't matter. We're coming over.
Well, yeah, indeed. We will see. But yeah, it would be fun. I promised I would leave you guys there, but I would look around in Paris. Like I always would love to look around a bit more in Paris because I was only for 1 weekend. That's not really a long time.
I've never been.
You've never been?
No, never been to France.
And not that you care, but they have amazing food. So
I'm sure I could survive.
yes, you could. You don't care about that, but they are amazing with a lot of things. I just talked to my French colleague who also confirmed that. So, yep.
Okay then.
Yeah, still looking forward to get back there at some point. So.
And Kane says, studio is very important, especially an old Dutch church. So when Marcel bangs the gong, the wall literally falls the fuck down. Which he actually did. He smashed it so hard. Smashed into the wall and it was... Yeah.
Okay.
And I drummed a hole in his floors as well.
You drummed a hole.
Yeah, I played the drums so hard. I made holes in his drum skin.
How much did you need to pay after that for that?
I tried to offer to pay, but he said, "Oh, fuck you." That was his literal response.
Oh well.
I guess he has some sort of subscription or whatever for instrument repair or whatever, because he rents out the studio to bands and whatnot. So he has sleeping quarters upstairs and pool table in the kitchen and that sort of thing. So they essentially just move into the church and do their recordings, and they have free access to the whole place. So I'm guessing that once they leave, someone needs to go and check the instruments, because I don't think Ryan does that himself. At least not every time. So yeah.
Wow! It's just, that's a way to go. Go there with a band and just record for days. I like that. Yeah. Awesome.
Indeed.
Okay. Next request is DJ Demon's request. And he wants to hear Spellbound.
Demon.
Nice. I like that. Spellbound. He would love a great remix from that most eccentric of C64 games. Mano has a tendency to do great remixes.
He does, for some reason. Yeah. They always come out right.
Definitely. Weirdly enough, this is it. Ching, 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 ching.
Blink, blinky, 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 blink. Keep plonk.
You looked like you were following the waveform and trying to read it.
Kind of, and I also kind of sort of know how the song goes.
You do know. Do you listen to Mono often?
I have heard Spellbound very often, yes.
Ah, the original, you mean?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
that's where the notes came from.
Is that so?
That is so.
Fantastic.
Kwan asks if anyone has seen the Sandman, the TV series The Sandman. He says, just finished it and was pretty impressed. Had low expectations, but they did a good job. I agree. I had 0 expectations because I never read the comics.
And
But I was quite pleased with the series,
what
actually.
is it about?
It's about different, I guess, well, you know what the Sandman is. It's the one who kind of puts you to sleep with sand.
Okay.
Then you fall asleep and you enter his world, which the Sandman controls your dreams and all of that sort of thing. And then
Okay.
there's different kind of gods, I guess, that control different aspects of your life.
Okay. And this is what it is about?
Yes.
That sounds interesting, actually.
Let me just read the... upon escaping after decades of imprisonment by a mortal wizard, Dream, the personification of dreams, sets about to reclaim his lost equipment. So, yeah, that's kind of it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was quite nice.
And you watched it without me.
You weren't here. You were in Hungary.
I'm gonna miss so many things because I will be in Hungary during the
Yes.
next few weeks. It's unbelievable because he's constantly watching something. Even if
Yes.
he's doing something, he's watching something.
Yes,
So,
always something on.
but he's kind enough to rewatch those things with me that I actually follow. So that's a good start, I guess. What?
The Rising Hope on YouTube said, love the Find Nemo earbells. So cute. I don't know if he was talking about those, but those are...
Ear bells. That's a Space Invader, and that's a Space Invader as well. So
So they are space invaders.
they are 2 Space
Yes.
Invaders.
This is a
Yes.
finger. This is a finger too. This is a finger too.
Yes, but one is a pink-ish Space Invader, and the other one is a blue-ish Space Invader. It's very important
Very,
to make a
very
difference.
important, yes. Drew James says, I really enjoyed Sandman. Looking forward to season 2. Same here.
Okay, now we need to watch it together because now...
Yeah, we can watch it when things calm down. It's fine.
Yeah, like never? No,
No,
just
I
kidding.
don't mind
October.
rewatching it actually. So it was, yeah, it was good. But I would rather not rewatch it right away. So rather a bit later.
Mm-hmm. Just change scent for a really thick goulash. I need to. Is the same sleepy feeling on a winter's night, huh? Yeah, goulash makes you sleep, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mm.
It's
what the goulash does.
not really a lightweight food, so to speak. So, yeah, beefy goulash.
Fluke says, on what platform is Sandman? I don't know, Xbox? I have no idea. I have a rental card, so I borrowed it and then I returned it. I don't know. Hulu?
Xbox.
Hulu, Netflix, HBO, I don't know what else is there. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Looks like a Netflix logo. Yes, it's Netflix.
Good.
Flatnix.
Flatnix. And Bearco is with us as well. And that's a perfect request. because Johan Andersson.
Waltz. He's Mr. Waltz. Berka.
I needed some computational power to process this. Okay, now I understand. Anyway, Johan Andersson just uploaded his 100th remix to RKO, so
Right on time for the 40th birthday of the 64.
definitely perfect timing. And this is the remix that Berka was asked for, because this would be Rumble High Score RKO 100 extended rework.
Nice.
It
Very
seems
nice.
like Kane has a new favorite because he liked the song very, very much.
Of course, because it's very, very nice.
It is very, very nice indeed. So, the perfect 100th tune for RKO by Johan
Indeed.
Andersson. Yep.
Very, very much so.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Indeed.
It's very nice.
Sweary?
It's very nice.
So, how much did it swear?
Okay. No, it's very nice. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how were your previous weeks without me? You were
Not too busy. I was on
miserable.
vacation and just tried to chill and watch The Sandman, for instance.
And be miserable.
Yes, horrible, horrible times. It was awful. I was crying, and then I was not crying, and then I was crying, and
Oh.
horrible,
Oh.
and yes,
And yes.
that was it.
And yes, it was good. Was it?
It was very nice being miserable for once.
Oh well.
Didn't you see me crying when you were sitting in the box?
All your
Lala,
tears. Yes.
Lala, I will poke some holes in this next time we do that so she can breathe.
Yep, it really looked like a freezer. Next time I wonder what kind of conditions will be there, because I removed some of the things. But anyway, if we want to do a show, of course. But
Yeah, I would suggest you bring something like this with you.
something like, oh, That
Just
might
a
be-
dark sheet,
that might
Or
be a good
buy one.
idea.
or buy one.
Yeah, why not? Sounds great to me. That could work. But here's the thing. It's looking at the calendar. If we would do a show next week, that's the 1st of September, that would be a remote show. But in 2 weeks, you're gonna fly. So we're not doing a show in 2 weeks. So next week we might actually do a remote show,
Might.
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 if you feel like it.
Might.
Doing everything at the same time with your own hands, or inviting Boz over again.
Yeah, I think that would be what we do in case there's going to be anything.
Okay, so you don't want to do that, like just the two of us.
Yeah, it's a bit stressful managing the streams and video setup and everything essentially one-handed.
One-handed. Yeah, I can understand that. So, well, let's see then how far we get. Because,
It's still doable, obviously, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would prefer some help. It's very helpful.
it's very preferable. And yeah, the 15th of September we can do a show, a normal one. That's
A
fine.
normal one.
A normal show, yes. That's the plan. So that's fine. So it's next week is a bit of a yes or no, and the week after is a definite no, I think. That much we know.
but there will be a broadcast of sorts. Your set we will broadcast. For
Yeah, that
instance,
will
from
be
Function.
one
So there
one
will
day
be a-
later, in
yeah,
one
so-
Friday.
Yeah, so we will have a broadcast of sorts at least.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
But that will be a bit different. We won't talk.
yes. Well, you can talk on stage and just tell them
won't
to
have
hand
time
you a
for that.
microphone and talk while you're doing.
No.
I'm moving this knob now. Now I'm moving this knob.
No talking. When I do something there, everyone needs to enjoy the music. Because I do, so they don't have any other choice. No, but not gonna talk. Not gonna talk. That's not the point.
I0 says it was very nice to have Boz in the show last time. Yes, it was.
Yes.
It's been a while, and he's actually considering doing a Slay radio show. He's been considering it for a while.
For a while, yeah.
but yeah, I don't know what the hold up is really. I think you need to figure out some sort of scheduling and such.
Yeah, it might be draining to do 2 shows 1 week anyway. So I guess for him at least. Who knows? And
knows?
yes, he has quite a good radio station and a good radio voice. Yeah, absolutely. He has a perfect radio voice. Like
Yes, and he has a perfect face for radio too.
Yes, absolutely. Just like you do. The perfect faces for radio. Cool to see how he looks as well. So that's a nice way to give a compliment from one man to another. That's perfect. I hope he will hear this sooner or later.
Sooner
so
or later
he can
he
get
will.
to it. Yeah. Love you, boys. You know that, right?
Did you do a donut again or potato?
Donut.
It is potato.
And I0 requested. I think it was because of the kickstart effect that you did right at the start.
Kickstart 2.
There. So, he wants to hear Sonic Wonder and Kickstart 2, and now we can hear it. So, YouTube and Twitch was gone for a little while.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What is going on there? Okay, we don't know. Great that you are still here at least. So that's good that you didn't give up. But yeah, let's see how far we get with this. No idea.
Oh well. It says excellent connection on YouTube, so I don't know what is going on. Anyway, it's only technical problems, and that is what we do around here because we're professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
I was actually wondering if this is the proper forum to ask you about that, but I'm kind of making up my mind on deciding to get a pair of headphones specifically for DJing. And that means that it has to have excellent noise reduction. That's the most important, I'd say. That's the top priority because in a very loud environment with very loud speakers, obviously you need to close out the world almost entirely if possible. And I also thought that it would be great if the cable would be removable, but if this is not possible, then I don't mind. I also don't want it to be entirely wireless, so the option to remove the cable is great. So I don't know if this is too much to want.
No, doesn't seem like too much.
Because it's not for music making, so it doesn't need to have like a perfect sound, but it definitely has to have a perfect isolation. And I was looking around today, reading up on things, but I do not know if you had at any point in time any sort of needs similar to mine, then just let me know what you picked.
Yeah, the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros are the best ones I've had so far with regard to blocking outside noise. They're not actively blocking, they're just enclosed, and they block like 30 decibels or something. I did order a pair of new headphones what's it called? Kind of the skin part here on my. These are the 280 Pros, but the 380 Pros I usually use on the production side of things have started to kind of deteriorate. These I have replacements for, but not for the 380s, unfortunately. So I ordered a pair of Bayer Dynamics DT770s.
And that will be excellent for what? Music making.
I think they are pretty good at blocking out outside noise as well, but that wasn't my criteria when I chose them. The criteria I chose from is essentially I want as flat of a response as possible audio-wise, and not too prominent of a bass, yet clean, so you can actually hear what is going on there.
Yep.
The 280 Pros are very nice, and if you just listen to music, but not when you make music.
Okay.
So, DJ Demon says the 770s are DJ cans. Yeah.
DJ cans.
Yeah. And the Warp says the 280 Pros are fantastic, but the coiled wire sucks. Yes, it does. It always gets stuck somewhere. But they're nice if you want to kind of move around a little bit. So
you mean the coiled is like that? Yeah. I don't like that either.
Wire.
It's really, it's, as you said, it always gets stuck somewhere. Even when I'm just here trying my things out, it's annoying, and it has a weight. Of course, it's stable, so it won't probably be torn apart easily. That might be the merit. I wanted to ask you, do you know the answer why they do such kind of materials with headphones that you have this skin, right? It's leather, or is it like...
No, it's fake
leather. That's the problem, because then it gets completely like flaky after a while.
So they block out a lot of the noise, like the Bayer Dynamics. They have this kind of canvas type, like what's it called? Flanell. You know, the kind of 60s flower power kind of material on there. It doesn't block out as much sound as that, because it really sits very, very tightly to your skin.
Damn, this is annoying, right? It's like they find a material that closes out everything, but you need to replace those whatever's from time to time.
Like the 280 Pros, I've had them since about 2002 or 2003 or something. Okay. So they're almost 20 years, and they still work perfectly. It's just I need to replace those parts every now and then, like every 2 years or something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll still do some reading then. Thank you. I'm gonna look up your tips here as well. It might not be an urgent need. Honestly, I don't know how urgent it is, because it's a bit different to do things here in the studio, and my experience from earlier was at BitLive. It's a very good acoustics, but it's not everywhere that you get this environment. And when you have like a really loud big speaker in front of you, you definitely won't hear what is going on here. And you cannot allow that latency happening, that you hear better the speaker outside than hear this. So you just cannot, because that is a certain latency there, so that won't work at all.
Thank you, Fluke. Velvet is the...
velvet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the material I was looking for.
Okay, well, wet. Well.
Are you wet?
Let's play some songs. This is a too intrusional question. I take it you didn't ask me, but someone else. Why do you ask someone else about that? Never mind.
Yeah, there we go. DJ Demon just posted a picture. Yeah, velvety kind of a material on them.
Yeah. Okay. Look at it, that it has really good selection of spare parts. Cool. Okay. Why not? We will check that out. I keep the noise reduction as top priority, and I will go with that one.
Yeah, the 280s are pretty good at that.
Then I need to know more about the active noise reduction because I heard some advantages and disadvantages about that.
The Bose, they are
I
also
know.
wireless.
I know.
Yeah, work well for you, I
Yep.
guess. And they are, but the thing with the Bose active noise reduction things, they sound like shit if you don't have the noise reduction thing going or have it on.
And it's an additional processing power, and then it runs out of battery.
Yeah,
and
but you can still use them connected with wire, so you don't need to use the Bluetooth part,
Okay.
which uses less power then, obviously.
Yeah, I prefer to have this as a variable. Like, I don't want to tie it to cable, but I don't want to have completely wireless either, because I don't trust that. I'm sorry. I'm just a pessimist in that regard. So, FS wants to hear Tron and the Rumble Loader, such a lovely remix. It's been a while since we played it. Rumbo's Blue Monday mix. Rest in peace.
Plicky plinky, plicky plink.
Tron of the Subversive Elements. By the way, Subversive Elements.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
That was Tron and AOD and Beast.
Oh, okay.
The subversive or subsmurfive elements,
Sub-Smurfy.
as Boz would sometimes say.
And then what happened?
Well, Tron started doing music on his own, and Beast and AOD did not do that much.
No.
They did. What was it called again? The Run Cornholio thing. Cornholio. Aztec Challenge. Run Cornholio, run! AOD, BST, and Tron.
Okay. Good. Good to know. Thank you. I was always wondering about that.
The AOD, did he do... Yeah, they did a bunch, like 11 remixes together.
Wow, okay.
Between
That's quite
2001
some amount.
and 2007.
And that's been like 15 years. You wouldn't believe, but it was. It still feels like 2007 was almost yesterday, sometimes to me, at least. But no.
There we go. Thank you, DJ Demon. He actually labeled his glass at Slagon, at Zeona, glass. Perfect, because I noticed he had labeled everything else on his desk there.
Perfect. That's so perfect.
You need to know which one is the glass.
I feel like drinking something now that I'm looking at this. Did you leave me any cider? No.
I
you
did
didn't.
not.
Of course you didn't.
Of course I didn't.
Why
it was,
would you?
Why would I? It was cold, it was in the fridge, and it was warm here, so yes.
So, yes.
Yes, so yes.
Okay. I can live with that. Never mind. It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, it always comes to my mind, that dog in the burning house. It's fine. But yeah. And... Oh, it's exactly the half of the show now.
Is it exactly?
Exactly. And
Well,
I
It's
will need
slightly,
your charger.
slightly more than half.
Yeah.
I think I'm at 100 now, so it's all good.
That
there you
is
go.
Perfect.
Oops.
Not that we don't have another charger, but we are just too lazy to take it here now. Poor tractor. That's not gonna look great, but
Yeah,
what can we do?
it's stuck behind audio
Yeah,
cable here.
yeah. There's a
we
reason for that.
There we
I
go.
mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there is a reason for that. There's an audio cable there.
That's not the point. I have the complete opposite setup when I'm doing my thing here, which I might do after the show today as well. We will see
Yeah, so
how
you
much
do,
energy is left.
So you make anti-sound.
I make it's still sound, safe and sound, but that computer is behind the controller. That's why it was so twisted here. Now I understand. And then of course enjoying the advantages of Bluetooth, which I'm still not using enough times, I guess. As
With
they
what?
should be. The keyboard and the mouse.
Oh,
they
right,
need to
yeah.
be in front of me.
Yeah, that's yeah. The screen is kind of small, so you can't offset it too far away.
No, but it's fine behind the controller. It's just I need to reach the keyboard and the mouse quickly. So that's
Well,
the
once
only
I
thing.
get the TV up there, we can actually hook it up to that one. So, all
that
good.
that will work too. But like the only thing that I'm still not aware how these things will happen is like when you go to a random place and you need to set up the things yourself because you don't know what kind of table you get as a tool, and that is one of the worries.
You get a stick, and then you need to make sure the laptop stays on it. You know, like spinning plates.
Wow. But one thing I saw as a very handy thing, Rafi sent me a link to a
Who is
store.
Rafi?
Rafi is the Twilight
Uh-huh.
on the channel. You do know who Rafi
Yes,
is.
but nobody else does.
Well, he
He's
uses
Twilight.
sometimes his link. Anyway, he said that he showed me a product that actually elevates the controller nicely. So you have it, but then you cannot have the laptop behind because then
Of course you can, because you can build. I'm gonna
you
build
need to
something.
elevate the laptop.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna actually build something for it, so you can actually use or put the laptop behind it. and
You are
it's gonna
such a
be,
handyman.
the same
love
level
that.
or above.
That's awesome. Love that. Thank you very much. Shall we check what
Yeah,
we have?
for up until now.
Hey, Jesus, the monitor still
it's
stays, right?
Up until now, we've used the garden lights as a extra table. It's
What
perfect.
a perfect tool.
Yeah, so they are solar-powered garden lights that I haven't put in the
Solar
garden.
Powdered.
Well,
Solar powdered.
Yeah, that's very powdered.
Oh my god, what kind of solar powder? Yeah, I really wonder what kind of powder that would be. Now we found some sort of market kind of thing there, lack of market, solar powder. Wherever you pour the powder, it will power the thing with solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's inventions.
Like grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not powered by sun anyways.
But the solar powder would enhance it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay.
how it works.
Right, right. Of course. Of course it is.
Shall we check what is on the request list now? Before we invent like very, very stupid things here. Lee and OO would like a fika. We would like a fika too, actually. Would you like a fika? Swedish Holy Ground is the request by Dr. Fika Lover, which DHS, right?
It is, yes.
It is. So
fika? Yes, I'd like some fika. Coming for the fika? Yes, I want that fika. Would you like a fika? I wish to get a fika. Is this a good fika? Yes, it's a good fika, fika.
Yay.
Talking Walls Photography says, finally, you're live and I'm not late.
That's nice. That's an achievement, I guess. Yeah.
If you're into abandoned places and whatnot, look up Talking Walls Photography on YouTube. He joined fairly recently, last year actually, and he's been doing the abandoned places for
It's very exciting.
So yeah,
And I have several friends who are into abandoned places actually.
yeah,
So I can recommend that.
yeah.
So nice.
Very nice. I hope that you're not drawing a parallel between abandoned places and Slay Radio. We're not abandoned yet.
Yet? And how will that happen? Like, sooner or later, like, we die, the audience dies, and then they won't know anymore what Commodore 64 is. Will there be a next generation?
I don't think there will ever be a time when people don't know what a Commodore 64 is.
You don't think?
No.
2300?
There's always going to be someone who goes back, historians and whatnot, that goes back, back in the day when the computing started. The big revolution came when the Commodore 64 was released in 1982 in August.
Oh well. Bullshit, I intend to live forever, says Go Hanks. Okay,
Oh,
the
good.
Commodore is saved
keep
and
the
Slay
scene alive.
Radio. Yeah, indeed.
It's on you.
Yep. Yeah, let's hope that Commodore 64 never be forgotten. Now that it's 40th birthday, of course.
Yeah, who would have thought back in the 80s when we were fiddling around with this little bread box and whatnot that we would still be here, well, doing this, basically,
Yeah.
decades later. Oh, good evening, Proton. Fig! Finnish gold! Finnish gold in the house!
Yep. So, let's see.
Yes, let's see.
And good evening, DMTM. And hi, Proton, as you said. Big. I just cannot help the fact that I always think of Big when I see this
That's
name.
because it
It's
literally
fig.
says fig.
But you know, that fruit, that is the fig. That is the sweet fruit that you didn't know
Yes.
last time, yes. But yeah, we do Sid Originals, I guess. I mean, we can play Sid Originals, right?
We can.
Okay, yes. We usually do them. It's just
yeah, I definitely can. But I was actually thinking, I still have the adapter here on the table somewhere, I think. Or did I move it somewhere else? But I still have the adapter to hook up a real 64. And I do have this little doohickey, which essentially is a Raspberry Pi. It's the Pi 1541. So you just put all the stuff you want on the little SD card. and use that as a external or as a floppy drive,
Nom, nom,
where you
nom.
can fit everything you want on there, basically. So,
Good pie.
not
That's
anymore.
not how you
So
need
not
to
anymore.
handle that.
So,
I'm
I used to have a device called Pi 1541. It is now in pieces on the table.
Oh, God. Okay, so let's play some music, shall we? While Slegon checks if he completely ruined it.
I can't check it.
Ah, you can't.
No,
Yeah,
I
of
need
course.
to hook it up to a 64, and I haven't
Ooh.
installed the software needed for it.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. John Hattendicken.
Hattendicken.
Hattendicken, hi.
So you put, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna go there. Okay, never mind.
Don't
Carry
go
on.
there. Wherever you wanted to go, don't go there.
I don't. Just don't.
Just don't. John Hattendicken wants to hear David Filskov and Trust Power. Well, whichever.
Trust power or
Trust in the power.
Trust.
Yes, this is the featuring Jesper of Press Play on Tape version. So
Feature.
featuring. What? Featuring? What's wrong with featuring?
Just you talked that way. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, but I talk into the microphone as well.
Yeah, but I don't have.
Yeah,
headphones
okay,
on.
got it. Now, there you go.
Foodly-doo. Oh, no foodly-doo.
No, no.
Much like Jesper of PPOT is featuring in David Filskov's Thrust Power there. The new remix I started on will feature Vangelis Papadopoulos
Yay.
on that guitar, obviously.
So that will be a Krang.
Not necessarily, because it's not that sort of a song.
Oh, so no Krangs there. Kerrang.
Probably not a Kerrang,
Not
no.
a Kerrang, okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a proper ending, though. It's not going to be a fade-out ending.
Or a boss fade ending.
Yeah, no, that's not a boss fade ending. That's a Slagon ending when you end with, like, just a kick. That's kind of how I usually end compo tracks.
That's yes, but a boss fade ending is even worse because
Yes,
that
it
just
cuts.
stops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Definitely not boss fade, and most likely not a Slagon ending either. So yeah, and Max Levine says, "You Vangelis, indeed, Vangelis is great."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that will kick some ass.
I'm hoping I can make his guitars justice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Hopefully so, yes.
You are capable to do that.
Right.
Abrupt cutoffs makes for crappy segues. Segues?
Segways, I guess.
Segways. Segway is a great thing.
The transition between songs.
Yeah. Yeah, but
But a segue is not that.
yes, I know.
I don't know how to pronounce that word, actually.
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Seagulls.
Seagull. Oh my god, you, the grammar Nazi, doesn't know how to pronounce this word.
Well, I know how to spell it. That's what grammar is about.
Aha, okay. But you don't know how to pronounce it. We need to
Yeah,
ask
so
Boz.
I have not actually seen that word spelled and heard it pronounced at the same time, which is kind of how I learn. I presume it comes from all the subtitles on Swedish TV. So when you read the text at the same time as you hear the word being spoken.
Listen. Segways.
Okay.
Look at that.
See?
I love Segway, but
Yeah.
that's not
So-
that Segway. That's a
so-
different Segway.
Like I predicted then.
Yes. Good job.
Is there also a Boz key for fading out, says FS? I don't think they need to be in a certain key for him to do a Boz fade.
Actually, it's the stop button that's making the boss fade happen.
Ah,
You just
that
simply
sort of
press
key.
that.
That
That's-
sort of key.
that-
I
that
thought
is
it
the
the
key.
key of the song.
Yeah, no, that's not it. But I think, yeah, you just press the stop button and you have a boss fade. Right, boss? Am I right? Yeah, we never know if you are listening. You're never interacting, so we don't know that. But hi.
Yeah, so let's see if he's listening. Boz, next Thursday, could you do us the great favor of co-hosting again by sitting right there and running or driving the tractor? So let's see if we get a response. That way we know if he's listening. And nobody tell him. Nobody tell him.
Aw, and Danny never landed some nice words here. Hey, you guys, it's totally awesome that you are actually live. I always listen to your channel because I totally love it. Aw,
Oh,
that's so
very
nice.
nice.
Thank you. And yes, we definitely could play something, I think, from Dr. Octorok. We just need to look him up.
Yeah,
Because-
I don't know what that is.
Because, yeah, it's not familiar, and I'm
Video
afraid...
game inspired music.
Oh, okay.
It says,
Is it copyrighted though? Because this is the problem. If we don't know that, because then it's a bit risky to actually let that in on air and then get like claims on that. But we will try our best. And you can always look around if you are new.
If you can give us a hint of something, because he's done like Doctor Who and all sorts of things I can see here.
Yeah, and that's
Lost,
that's the thing that with
Breaking Bad.
yeah, exactly. Those are technically remixes of commercial songs, and
Game of
also
Thrones.
the melodies. Yeah, the melodies can be detected, and it's also a problematic thing. That's why it's kind of on the edge. We can see the remixes of like commercial songs. That's not as close, but if anything that is getting closer, it's a bit of a problem to play. So commercial songs and remixes of commercial songs are a bit of a problem, but you can definitely pick C64 remixes, Amiga remixes. You can find them on remix64.com, for example. You can find a lot of tracks there of all the video games, both Amiga and 64. And also originals, so we do C64 and Amiga originals as well, and we do demos in tracks too during a show. But it's not like commercial tracks or remixes of commercial tracks, unfortunately. And we will play now Flashwashd's request. That was Dolphin Force versus Black Mesa by Byte Blaster.
inside the train at all times. Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives. Please stand back from the automated door and wait for the security officer to verify your identity. Before exiting the train, be sure to check your area for personal belongings. Thank you, and have a very safe and productive day.
All right, Gordon, your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives. Gordon, are you not hearing me? Climb up and start the rotors, please. Climb up and start the rotors.
boss fade on that one. It even has a countdown. So yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
So, like,
One way
you
to
will
do
not come to the end of this song unprepared. We will
Yeah.
have a proper countdown.
It's always great if you prepare your listeners for the song to be ending, because there's not many worse things when there is a great song going on and all of a sudden it ends with boss fade. I hate that. Sorry, boss. That's the thing.
Speaking of Black Mesa, by the way, this was Dolphin Force or whatever it's called versus Black Mesa.
Yeah.
I don't know, 15 years ago or whatever, there was this Black Mesa Source project that would essentially recreate the Half-Life game.
Oh.
Yeah, me and Da Funk worked on a couple of tracks for that, actually. Well, briefly. Didn't actually turn up anything with that project, but it was kind of fun.
So you said something that didn't turn out like anything, but it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun working on it.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was, during that period when whenever I heard a song, I had to sing to it.
Uh-huh.
That kind of project.
Is that so? And is that period now over forever?
Not forever. I just need to find inspiration for that sort of thing, I guess. I do have one thing I need to do at some point. It's not going to be for the release, but which will be at Function. But I'm going to do something with it eventually.
I don't understand why you decided about that already. If you think about the fact that I won't be here for a while,
Yeah, maybe.
you will have all the time to actually try your voice and sing on it. I still wouldn't skip that opportunity if I would be you, but it's your call.
We'll see.
I give you all the freedom here for the creativity and all of that. I just fuck off and you have like the studio all for yourself and then you don't do it. That's so sad. It's a great song, by the way.
It is. It's a great song,
So
but
do
it's
it some
still
justice.
lacking. No, but I need to get into the flow of writing and finding the flow and harmonizing, all of that shit. It takes time, and like I mentioned earlier, I haven't done jack shit for like a year, literally a year.
Yeah, it's been
So
a busy year.
it takes
but
time, and doing this sort of thing under time pressure, you have to remember when we released Zeitgeist Unfinished, it's literally the title of the album. It's because it's unfinished. We worked on it for 12 years or some shit.
Yeah, you don't always need 12 years for those things.
Or 6 years. 12 years was Rhine at the time. Now it's probably more like 17 or 18.
Well. Some work need more time than others, but use code Slagan to get 10% off. What? Really?
Yeah, that doesn't work. He's trolling.
Aw.
The alien FS is trolling you.
Slate.radio/shop.
Yes.
I did not check it recently. How many things do we have there?
There's quite a few.
Okay.
Yeah, I especially like the pillows. They look really nice, actually.
Danny Neverland is asking, am I just the only watcher who is writing in the chat? Which chat? Because we have YouTube, we have Twitch, right?
Danny Neverland, most of the people are actually on Discord. You can get there by following the link slay.radio/Discord.
Yeah, and one issue with Discord is that the chat is not getting forwarded now, the Discord chat to the Twitch.
Yeah, it's. I'm presuming that has, I don't know, something to do with the streaming problems we had earlier. That there is some sort of delay, because I see there's a pretty massive delay sometimes with the relaying of the messaging.
Yeah, it's weird because usually we have the Discord chat wired into the Twitch, and
it is now.
It is.
Yes.
Now it's working?
Yes.
It's actually working?
Yes.
Okay. I'll reload just to check now. But it's weird. Sometimes that connection stops and then you don't see the Discord messages on Twitch, but generally you do. So yeah. But anyway, we will see how that goes. Yeah, but of course YouTube cannot be wired in entirely chat-wise just yet, but yeah, pretty much Discord. And then of course Twitch when they are properly connected. And Seasoned requested a nice one. Look at that. Katie's Tusker with...
The adventurer carefully picked his way through the confines of the dank cave. The flame of his torch flickered and danced in the moist air. He could still hear the distant drums echoing on the faint breeze down the tunnel behind him. Suddenly, his torch went out, and for a moment his world was plunged into darkness. But not complete darkness. There was a faint light ahead, a hazy green tinge light. Shuffling forward, he started as his hand touched the rough outline of vegetation. Wielding his machete, the light grew brighter. Suddenly, he stumbled, falling forward, rolling and rolling into bright sunlight and tall, thick grass. He found himself standing in a vast open plain with high mountains in the distance encompassing the vista in a huge crescent. Despite the terrors of the long grass, there was an ominous feeling of vulnerability in this open environment, as if it was some kind of focal point for a devious but as yet unsprung trap. Towards the far end of the plain, a large outcropping could be seen, rising sharply like a dark black mesa. As swiftly as his heart would beat, he made for the higher ground. The adventurer gazed down from the mesa towards the thick jungle that was now between him and the mountains. Mountains that were so much closer now, looming over him like claws, their shadow casting tendrils of darkness, stretching towards him over the vast greenery. Yet, looking closer, in the distance, he could see a clearing. Rising gently from within was a ghost-like smoke. A welcome or a warning? The shouts and wails of the pygmies all too close. Darts zipping past his cheeks as he half ran, half fell down the steep jungle hill. Not this time would his partner be waiting at the bottom of the hill with a plane and an easy escape. But there was a cave at the foot of the mountains. Perhaps he could reach it. He might have a chance. Unbeknownst to him, the pursuit had faltered with a sudden cessation of movement and sound, as if they feared to tread further into the valley, lest they disturb something not of this world.
On the black end.
On black.
And the black end, of course, Kate Bit. So, yep, perfect song. Tasker Into the Heart of Darkness. So,
Into the darkness.
It's been a while. And how is Anna nowadays?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her in quite a while. She started working for the BBC for a while, and then I don't really know other than she's been helping Chris Abbott with his Kickstarters. She's some sort of social media manager or whatever, runs the Twitter for CC4 Audio and that sort of thing. But other than that, I don't really know what she's doing nowadays.
Okay, that's good to know at least. Lovely song. Indeed. Lovely request, Ethan.
Very, very, very nice.
Very, 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 very nice.
Very, 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 very nice. Nice.
Yep. And we lined up a SID request successfully, I guess.
Yes, we did. And it is by that there Proton of Finnish Gold with a co-op with my brother Danko.
Your brother Danko.
My brother Danko. And no, he's not a monk.
What? Where is that coming from?
Brother.
Not a monk brother.
Brother Danko sounds like a monk.
Got it.
But maybe he should. He's very much into Belgian beers and whatnot. So maybe he should do Belgian Brother Danko monk beer. So yeah, it's a collab there. Apparently, he's been working on another thing that was related to the SID. So he started off with another thing. I'm going to post the link to the article he wrote about that. and also the CSDB link for the release itself.
Ooh, perfect.
Because there's some comments in there that are nice, and you can download the whole production and play it yourself if you want to. But for now, let's hear Kindertoten Sid.
Kindertoten Sid.